Yo, what's good with you guys? Took some pictures for May. Starting off May, took some pictures, you feel me? Took pictures in April. We're gonna continue to take the pictures. Alright. Now with that being said, today, took a shower, got done working out. Yes, I lined up my own hair. Yes, I do that. So, we're gonna talk about more women, more problems. More money, more problems. And I was talking to my homie. You guys hear a song in the background? It is V2, unreleased, by the way. You know I get the unreleased. It's my guy V-Lone Brazy and all that. You feel me? You guys wanna check out his channel. Link will be in the comment section. But shout out to you guys that show love on the videos. You know what I mean? I'm just dropping videos every day. We gonna drop videos to the end of the month, see where it goes. But today I want to talk about more women, more problems. A lot of guys nowadays think it's cool to have a roster. A lot of guys think it's cool to have a bunch of women around them. They can talk to their homeboys, yeah, bro. You see they like to go like this. Yeah, bro, you see my phone? I got a bunch of women on my phone. You see that? They like to brag. Question is, how do they get that? My chair's squeaking, you guys already know. But the question is, how do guys get to that point? Why do guys act like that? We're gonna dive into the topic today. With that being said, if you're new to the channel, hit that subscribe button. Hit that like button, share the video, you guys know the vibes. I wanna talk about this because I was at the gym today. And usually I rest Fridays, Saturdays. So for me, I rest Fridays, Saturdays. So I usually rest, Fridays, Saturdays, go back Sunday, Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, Saturday, I rest. So it's like 5 days. Sometimes I go on a Friday depending how I feel. But I gotta rest my arms because I've been working my body crazy. This is tall, light-skinned dude. You know what I mean? Tall, light-skinned dude. He's cool. He stays to himself, but he likes to stare a lot. I'm the type of person where if you stare at me, I'm gonna say what's up, not in a bad way, but like what's up, like, you know, checking your temperature, you know, I wanna see where your mind's at if you keep looking at me at that point, right? And and I remember, right? So I remember, like, it was just random. I don't know why I thought about this. But I was just like, I'm looking around, see the tall dude, he's always staying to himself. But today, I guess he was just with some chick. Same chick I saw yesterday. She was like short, Latina, boom, boom, boom. Talked to her for a little bit, that was it, that was all. Then boom, right? They working out together, they talking and whatever, and they on the treadmill together, and he's not really doing his workout like that. He's just, you know, on the treadmill talking to the women, trying to build up his roster. And I'm not judging it. I don't judge anybody. I'm not even judging him. But the path that he's going with that, I feel like that's not good. You should not have no roster of women. That's little kid shit. If you're still doing that and you're in your 20s, you need help. You're still a little kid at that point. Don't care what you got. You got a Bugatti, whatever. It don't matter. So, me and my friend, we talking about it in the car while we heading back home and shit. We finished at 8 to 9, only because like half of the equipment was still up. I didn't feel like waiting for half of those people. So I said, you know what, let me just go home, get some rest. It's rest day, got a lot going this weekend. We got the PLE for backlash and all that, so yeah. And then boom. After that happened, it was crazy when it happened, but next week later, I seen him talk to another girl, and it was this, you know, slim, thick chick, regular, not nothing bad, but like just your typical gym girl working out. Like they all beautiful, but like not putting them on a pedestal. But this dude, he's out there talking to her. He gets her number and shit. He grabs the phone. Me and my friend, we just, you know, analyzing it. We go in the car and start talking, and we start talking, and I'm like, yeah, I don't understand how people could have a roster of women. You know, because most of my homies, they're either in a relationship My bad for moving my chest. They're either in a relationship or they're talking to a girl that they're really invested in. That's most of my friend group. And it's crazy because it's like, you know, you may say, James, what made you want to make this video? Bro, because it's like, how does that even make sense? Why do guys want to have a roster so bad? What does that get you? This is part of self-improvement journey as well. Don't listen to these content creators tell you having a bunch of women makes you good. Just because you have body game, you're going to get all the women. That's a damn lie. Because for me, I have a good body physique. Do I get hella girls coming at me? No. Just once in a blue moon, I'll talk to a chick. But you guys got to realize that, dude, being tall, light skin, whatever, it don't matter. It's that time to go to sleep. But you boy had to, we got to make this video still. But real talk though, man. Like, if anybody in your friend group is trying to have a roster of women, stay away from them. Think about that. I'm looking at you. If your friends brag about having a roster of women and they're in their 20s, that's a red flag. You may say, James, what about the women? Let the women do what they do. We as men that's on this real self-improvement journey, trying to conquer our lust. Mind you guys, I'm still going strong on semen retention. I am a semen retention warrior. You are a semen retention warrior. We got to act like it. No time for relapsing. We got to be strong over here. And my whole thing with that is, I'm not judging that dude at the gym that was talking to 2-3 girls in one night. Probably got their number, Instagram, Snapchat, or whatever. But for his perspective, he probably think ain't nothing wrong with that. But when you start realizing what you're really doing, you start realizing that everything, you like, man, why do I need to have a roster? See, if he had talked to that one girl on a treadmill, just kept it cool, and say, you know what, that's all I really need. Let me just talk to her, get to know her, see what happens. It ain't got to be no relationship shit. But I get a lot of people who like to live that lifestyle. They go listen to the music. That's why I said, I just recently started listening to Christian rap music, music in general, stellar music, whatever it's called. Let me know in the chat. Because half of the music that they put out nowadays is, I have hella woes. I'm not going to say that word. Having hella woes. Having hella women. Having hella bitchs. Having hella, bops and whatever, thoughts. That's not cool. It doesn't make you cool that you have a bunch of women on your roster, bro. Because at the end of the day, when it comes down to it, G, it's going to backfire on you. You may think that you playing them. You may think that they're on your roster, but guess what? You on their roster too. That's something to think about. Real talk. Because a lot of people sit here and think that having a roster of women, that the men don't have a roster. The women have a roster too. Now, if the dudes know, as long as the dude know that woman got a guy roster too as well, is what it is. But I could just analyze and tell off what I seen tonight. I can already tell what type of mindset he on. And you gotta watch out for people like that. If you got somebody in your friend group that brags about having hella women in his phone, in his contacts, but he's not financially up there. He's not even, it don't even matter about that. Mentally, he can't even control his lust. Don't hang around that person. You could give him the sauce of, hey, bro, you should stop doing that. That's why I'm so blessed to not have friends in my group that do not prioritize having a bunch of rosters. Most of my friend groups are want to get married one day. They want to have a marriage, a family, and all that. I had to hang away. I had to stay away from the crowd that didn't want to get married, that don't want no relationship. They just want to have fun, have a bunch of intercourse, and that's it. You cannot be around people like that. You can't. My guy Cash Out Mike, Velon Brazy, Two Day, Tavio, everybody that I know. Everybody. I can't name them. Y'all know who you are. They're not on that stuff. That's why I say it's important to have people in your circle that necessarily don't have the same mindset as you, because everybody has their own different journeys, right? But do not be around people that brag about having a roster of women. Because there's one movie that came out a long time ago where this dude had a bunch of women on his line and it caught up to him. If you know that movie, then let me know in the comments or something. But also, you hear some in the background song playing. It's my guy Velo and Brazy. Drop him a sub. It'll be in a pinned comment and all that. That's all his music that be playing in my videos from now on. But half of the time, bro, like I said, I'm just scratching my nose. My bad. But half of the time, when you have all these women in your circle, you have all these women on your line. One girl, Keisha's texting you. Alicia's texting you. The girl named Mary texting you. You know, they texting you left and right. You feel like that guy, huh? You feel good. Really? You feel like that guy, huh? You must feel like that guy. Just really you feel like that dude. And I'm analyzing this. I'm taking long to talk because I want y'all to think about that. People really sit there and idolize having a roster. That's how I feel. I had to do a moment of silence right quick. But that's what happens in society. That's what it leads up to. People are literally glorifying having a roster of women. You can have your own place. You can have the best car. You can have everything in the world. But when you have a bunch of rosters, a bunch of women that you want, and let's keep it real, half of you dudes that glorify having a roster of women, is the only reason for that is because you want to clap them. That's it. You don't want to be with them. You don't want to pick one. Because honestly, if your lust wasn't that bad, you would have one woman, that's it. Because that's all I need. Am I talking to a girl right now? No, I'm not. But when it comes down to that time, all I need is one girl. I do not need multiple women on my line, bro. It's not that deep. Because at that point, once you start going down that path, you're just like the rest of these people. You're just like the rest of these celebrities. These Luciferians in the industry. You're just like them. You're lustful. You can't control yourself. And then the crazy part is, if all those girls that you got on your line don't text you right away, guess what you about to go do? You about to get on your phone and you about to beat the Jimmy Johnson in your bed, bro. You about to go beat your meat in your bed, bro. That's what you about to go do, because you ain't got none that night. You gonna get one off. And you don't even realize, like, these women can sense that shit. That's why, for me, I just feel like God puts us through tests to see what we're going to do. God put that man through that test tonight to see what he going to do. He said, let me see how faithful you are. You gonna talk to that one girl, get to know her, or you going to talk to the next girl after that girl just left and get the other girl's number 2? And that's what he did. And in my opinion, that's a lustful mindset. And most people consider be like, well, James, he's single. I get that. You want to have fun. But do you guys not realize when you're having intercourse with a bunch of women and you having all these women on your line, some could be succubus and some could be real women. 99% of days, it could be succubus. Because y'all both know what y'all want. But really go deep within and ask yourself. See, if that man sat there and said, okay, I got this girl's number already. Let me talk to her and see what's up with her. Let me see where her mind's at. I guarantee you that dude I saw at the gym, all he cares about is cracking. He just cares about cracking. He don't care. He don't care. And that's why I said, when you got that mindset of a soldier and you're on this self-improvement journey, you don't think like these people do. Because, yeah, that dude could have the baddest chick at the gym. But guess what? She gonna keep looking at you. She gonna peep what you doing. She gonna see the fact that you're not even entertaining it. There's like not entertaining the BS. There's one time I seen a girl, she was bent over, and she purposely did it my way. I got done with my workout, hit in the waist, and I walked away. I was listening to my Christian music. You know what I mean? I was listening to my music, and that was it. And I guarantee that girl's like, damn, he ain't gonna pay me no mind. This dude's different. But I guarantee when these girls look at these dudes that being thirsty, I'm not gonna lie, dudes being thirsty, he was. I'm not gonna hate because he did what he did, and it caught my mind because that like light up something in my mind to make a video about this. More women, more problems. Now, when you see this video, I'm not talking about me, but I'm talking about these people that sit there and think that having all these women make you cool. Like I said again, if you're one of these dudes that have a bunch of women in your roster, you need to cut it out. Because that's a lustful mindset. That's going to lead to you beating your meat watching the corn hub. Yeah, it's going to lead to that. Because not all them girls going to give it to you. They not. And you may think that you playing that girl. Yeah, she don't even know. This how that dude's probably thinking tonight. Yeah, that girl ain't gonna know I was talking to her. Now what happened if that girl gets mad at you because you talked to another girl and you probably told her some things? So now it's a bunch of drama for you at the gym now, homeboy. Now they make it to a point to where they can get you kicked out because you know a woman can say something at the gym and get you kicked out. See, that's how these people not thinking, bro. They not thinking. They not thinking with their big head. They thinking with their Jimmy Johnson, man. I hope y'all enjoyed this video, man. More women, more problems. Don't be like these people. Stay on semen retention. Stay on that self-improvement journey. Focus on yourself. When the time comes, you will find the right one. God bless you all and your family, man. We're not stopping with these uploads. Peace.